criminal justice system and law enforcement in the United States. Introduction. The criminal justice system in the United States consists of a wide range of public and private entities working together to investigate and punish criminals. Law enforcement is expected to work in conjunction with the court and the detection and correction systems. The three arms must collaborate to deter crime, assess the guiltiness of lawbreakers, and arrest, detain, and correct prisoners. The system must act with fairness and equality to avoid a criminal justice system that is considered costly and biased. Components of the criminal justice system and law enforcement. The criminal justice system in the U.S. exists to uphold the Constitution, protect the public, and hold lawbreakers accountable. It involves broad cooperation of different entities and organizations comprising government and private agencies, policymakers, and nonprofit organizations to guarantee the protection and safety of the public. Although there are many moving parts in the criminal justice system, it comprises three primary pillars: law enforcement, the court system, and the detention and corrections division. All members of society, from judges to inmates to police officers, play a role in maintaining order in the criminal justice system. The police form part of the law enforcement branch, which has a broad mandate of keeping the peace, protecting citizens, enforcing the law, and apprehending and detaining those who are thought to have broken it. The court system is mandated to determine apprehended lawbreakers' guilt and ensure that those accused of crimes have fair trials. The criminal justice system in the U.S. also seeks to assist reformed criminals in becoming productive citizens. The three components of the criminal justice system share the same goal of suppressing criminal behavior. A person who enters the criminal justice system must adhere to a set protocol. However, it can be debated whether or not this accurately reflects the system's common goal. Law enforcement, the judicial, and the penal systems are all thoroughly broken down. There is a description for each party, such as the roles of police officers at crime scenes, the structure of police departments, and how jurors are chosen. The duties of prosecutors, defense attorneys, and other court employees, along with the responsibilities of parole and probation officers, are also clearly spelled out in law. The law enforcement division of the criminal justice system in the U.S. is the main pillar in ensuring the public is protected against people with ill intentions. This approach provides more visibility because police officers are always around to watch over American society. It is the job of law enforcement personnel, which includes police officers, sheriffs, deputies, criminal investigators, detectives, and other government officials, to keep the public safe. Once an arrest has been made, the police may keep the suspect in custody while they await trial and question witnesses. They have to investigate crimes, gather obtainable data and evidence, and record any pattern pointing to a criminal undertaking. The general responsibilities of law enforcement officers are to maintain order, protect citizens, arrest, and keep an eye on all offenders. Once the court system determines that a person arrested should be imprisoned, they are forwarded to the corrections department. However, the right of appeal is always accorded to all detainees. The correction department is responsible for executing the court's legitimate punishments. The prison authorities and employees are required to watch over all offenders, including those currently in detention and those out on parole or probation. Parole and probation detainees are lawbreakers who are not serving prison sentences but are subject to judicial supervision, which is the main duty of probation officers. The criminal justice system allows such members to conduct their everyday activities as long as they do not commit new crimes. For instance, they are required to undergo regular drug testing. They have to wear devices to monitor their movements to ensure they do not engage in crime. Prisoners under detention are facilitated in different ways, allowing them to modify their ways. Once prisoners are released, it is assumed that they are ready to be integrated into society with the expectation that they will not commit further crimes. Problems facing criminal justice system and law enforcement. The criminal justice system is expected to foster all people's cohesion, unity, and moral uprightness. However, people who commit crimes encounter several challenges. They may be required to pay fees or fines that they may not be able to afford, which can lead to impoverishment as one desires to evade life in prison. Cash bail is widely used in the American criminal court system, another disturbing feature of the system. To be freed from jail before their trial, defendants must post bail. Because they cannot afford bail, nearly 500,000 innocent people languish in national prisons. Inmates unable to post bail run the risk of losing their employment and falling behind on their obligations, such as paying rent or caring for their families. In addition, minority communities and individuals have found themselves on the wrong side of the criminal justice system in the U.S. African Americans constitute a majority of the people in detention. Most individuals may be wrongly accused due to the general perception that the community is prone to committing crimes. Pretrial risk assessment methods rely on formulas that seem one-sided while unintentionally bolstering social, racial, and class prejudice. Multiple problems have arisen due to racial profiling in the American criminal justice system. Whites are twice as likely to be raped, robbed, or sexually attacked as blacks and are 7 times more likely to be murdered. In 2017, the black population accounted for 47% of all homicides, 54% of violent robberies, 30% of rapes, and 33% of assaults. 46% of prisoners in state and federal prisons are black. Black juveniles are more likely to be apprehended on the street at night than white teenagers. The data shows that the criminal justice and law enforcement systems seem biased and racist. Conclusion. In conclusion, the criminal justice system in the U.S. was founded with the best intentions. The U.S. comprises a more diverse and multi-ethnic society, which needs a fair and equitable criminal justice system. It comprises 3 main branches: law enforcement, the court system, and the detention and correction system. Each department was designed to function independently or in conjunction with others. The criminal justice system's main objective is to protect the public from wrongdoers, punish lawbreakers, and rehabilitate offenders. The system faces a few challenges due to huge penalties, fees, fines, and cash bail. It also has been criticized for being biased, especially on issues bordering on racism.